How's it going, guys? It's your man MMM back with another video, and today, guys, we are going to be doing my 2018 NFL playoff predictions. So, guys, this is a different video on the channel. I'm usually always doing Madden Mobile, but I want to get into this, guys. Madden Mobile is dead, and I want to expand my channel a little bit. So, I'm a huge fan of football, and I know a lot about football. I'm a huge Steelers fan. So I was really thinking about doing this and changing up my channel a bit, thinking about getting into different stuff on the channel. So let me know any ideas you guys have in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Also, like up the video if we can get to 5 likes. 5 likes, pretty small goal, but it's a new type of video on the channel. So if you guys enjoy this type of video, leave a like so I know. And also comment down below any other video ideas, or comment down below if you guys want me to go back to Madden Mobile. But if you guys have any other ideas, I'm into the NFL, NBA, and the NHL. Not too into baseball, so let me know any ideas you guys want me to do. With that, let's get into it, guys. This is just a picture, so I'm just going to be talking through my predictions. It's not going to like go and show you the whole bracket. I'm just going to show you a picture of the bracket, and then I'm just going to go over everything. Okay. So first game, we got the Chiefs versus the Titans. It's probably the worst game of Wild Card Weekend. Close second is the Bills-Jags, but the NFC is just going to be highly competitive. I'm super excited to watch those. But for the Wild Card Weekend, we got the Titans versus the Chiefs in Arrowhead with Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Kareem Hunt, and Alex Smith, of course, their quarterback. I think I got them in this game. To go on to the divisional round, just because Titans had a great game against the Jags, beating them actually with the Jags starters in. I don't know why the Jags were playing their starters, but they had nothing to lose because they were always going to be the 3 seed. But the Titans did beat them, and it wasn't really that close. The Jags didn't score many points. So the Titans look good, but at the end of the day, it's an Arrowhead. It's loud there, and I think the Chiefs can definitely take over. So next, we got the Bills at Jacksonville. The Jaguars have had a pretty shaky end to the season. But I think at the end of the day, in Jacksonville, they'll be able to pull it off the 6th seed. The Bills that got super lucky getting into this playoffs off a Ravens loss to the Bengals. Andy Dalton having a 4th and 12 conversion, scoring a touchdown on that play, 50-yarder. Insane. But I think that the Jags are going to beat them. So then we will have the Jags versus the Steelers, and we will have the Chiefs versus the Patriots. Now, I got the Patriots beating the Chiefs. They're the Patriots, guys. They're not going to lose. In New England, of course, Tom Brady's going to dominate. Gronk, Deion Lewis, Burkhead. I mean, they got so many weapons. Brandon Cooks. And their defense is not that bad. It is not awesome this year. But at the end of the day, I think they'll be able to find a plan to stop Tyreek Hill or Kareem Hunt or Travis Kelce. Whoever they want to stop, they'll probably be focused on Tyreek Hill because of his speed. But at the end of the day, Bill Belichick, even though I hate the guy, he's a great coach, and he will be able to stop them. So the Patriots are going to be going on to the conference championship. Now the Jags versus the Steelers. I'm a huge Steelers fan, so this might be biased, but I got the Steelers beating them in Pittsburgh. Hopefully Antonio Brown will be back for my sake and for the excitement of this game. Jacksonville defense, amazing cornerbacks, Boye and Ramsey, really nice cornerbacks, which will be a great matchup against Antonio Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, Martavis Bryant, Eli Rogers. I could go on. They also got Jesse James at tight end, Vance McDonald, and they got Le'Veon Bell in the backfield, of course. I can't forget about him. He is amazing. But Antonio Brown couldn't. I think he's in the discussion for MVP, him and Todd Gurley, in my opinion. But my point was the Steelers got a ton of weapons, and it's in Pittsburgh. It's cold there. Jacksonville, they're used to hot weather, I guess. And at the end of the day, I think Ben Roethlisberger has a little bit more experience, well, a lot more experience than Blake Bortles in these situations. So I got the Steelers moving on to play the Patriots in New England for the conference championship. And for that game, this might be biased, but I got the Steelers winning that one. in New England. It's a tough one, and it's going to be a really good game. Everybody should be watching that game. Amazing game. It's probably going to go down to the wire, but at the end of the day, I think I got the Steelers beating them, getting their payback for what happened earlier in the season, which was, my opinion, a terrible call. But of course, that's coming from a Steelers fan. I think they can come back and beat Tom Brady. So the Steelers will advance to the Super Bowl. Now, the NFC, super exciting games. Starting off with the Panthers Saints. Now, this is going to be an insane game. Both teams, there's sides to both teams winning. Of course, it's in New Orleans for the Saints. Their backfield with Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram is insane. Drew Brees got a ton of experience in the playoffs. They got Michael Thomas, who has, I think, the most receptions in his first 2 years, which was insane. And then the Panthers lost to the Falcons last game of the season, but I think they look very good. Their defense is strong. Cam Newton, Christian McCaffrey. Their team is pretty solid, guys. But for this one, I'm going to say the Saints pull it off. They've very good backfield, and I feel like that's just going to tire out the Panthers, and they're going to move on. Now the next one, we got the Rams versus the Falcons right here. And I got the upset of the Falcons beating the Rams in Los Angeles. The Rams, of course, a very good team, had an amazing season with Jared Goff, Todd Gurley being absolutely amazing. But at the end of the day, I feel like the Falcons could get an upset and beat the Rams at their place. So that would mean the Falcons would actually play against the Eagles and the Saints would play against the Vikings. Now, Falcons in Philadelphia, I have the Falcons winning that game as the 6th seed going on to the conference championship. Just the Eagles looking shaky. Nick Foles, backup QB, of course, an amazing backup QB, but he's still a backup. Still has to learn everything to do with their gameplay and stuff like that. And overall, I've always seen the Philadelphia Eagles this year as overrated, so I don't feel like they can do much. So I got the Falcons beating them in Philly, so a 6th seed going to a conference championship against possibly the best game out of any of these games. We got the Saints against the Vikings in Minnesota. The Vikings, a very strong team, but the Saints as well. And actually, I got the New Orleans Saints beating the Vikings in Minnesota. That's going to be an insane game, but again, their backfield is ridiculous, and Vikings, of course, an amazing defense, Xavier Rhodes, an amazing offense with Case Keenum really starting to shine, but I really think the experience is going to come into play there, and Case Keenum is actually going to choke, and I got the Saints beating them, going to the conference championship against their division rivals, the Falcons. Now, Saints at home in New Orleans against the Falcons. They've played already twice this season. I have the New Orleans Saints going to the Super Bowl against the Pittsburgh Steelers, beating the Falcons. It's going to be a tough game, and it's going to be a good one. Probably down to the wire again. Matt Ryan versus Drew Brees, another great matchup. Devontae Freeman, Julio. Falcons got a ton of weapons, but at the end of the day, I think the Saints can pull it off with a very good defense, and they're going to go to the Super Bowl. So, guys, in this scenario, I got the Steelers versus the Saints in the Super Bowl in Minnesota, actually. So it's a shame. If they get into the Super Bowl, that would be amazing for them, at least. Not good for any AFC team. But I have the Saints versus the Steelers, and I am biased towards the Steelers, but I feel like the Steelers could be this Super Bowl winner. So that's why I have picked them to win it. The Saints, I feel like, will put up an insane battle. And again, I feel like this game would go into overtime. The type of Super Bowl that would go into overtime. The second year in a row when I believe it hasn't gone into an overtime any time before last year. But I think this is going to go into overtime, and Chris Boswell is going to hit a game winner against the Saints in overtime. And the Steelers are going to have their 7th Super Bowl ring in Super Bowl 52. So thank you guys so much for watching and listening to my playoff predictions. If you enjoyed, if you agree or disagree, let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, like up the video, guys, and comment down other video ideas. I'm open to any other ideas you guys have. Just let me know in the comment section. MMM out. Peace.